season at this time. Always nice to see that progress in a positive direction. And guys, the fans always enjoy hearing stories from your playing.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Looking at Boston, they took a win in their last game against the Pacers in Indiana.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jay Crowder out there with Johnson. And it's Horford in at the 5.
And guys, the wheels really fell off of Marcus Thornton's game last year. This was a deadly shooter who averaged over 21 points a game only a few seasons ago. But last season, under double figures at 9 per contest.
On defense, Boston. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist from Crowder.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Up top, Stevenson. Defended by Crowder. Here's the beat. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
A baseline J. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Baker passes to Thornton. And stolen by Horford. Here's Johnson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Misses off the left iron. On defense, Boston. It's a 3-point game. Here's Stevenson, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games as a DNP CD. Not the start he wanted with the new team.
And for Stevenson, to his credit, he took the benching in stride. He knew he just wasn't a good fit at times.
Yeah, and his coach, Steve Clifford, was upfront about it, and I thought did a nice job handling that. Clifford said he wanted Stevenson as a Hornet, but just couldn't find a unit with which to make it work.
That's good.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Moreland with the bucket.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
There's the screen. Thomas goes in. It's rebounded by Moreland. Gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And Thornton kicks to Thabit. Makes it off the glass. The Beats got 6.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
Thomas dishes to Johnson. Thomas a screen. Pass to Bradley. The Celtics working the ball around now. Outside Thomas. 6 to shoot. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Over to the wing. From deep, Thornton. The rebound by Johnson. Celtics have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Thomas goes in. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. In the corner, Crowder with it. They get it back.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Moreland passes to Thornton. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Thomas kicks to Horford. Johnson the screen. Back to Thomas. Launches it. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
In the corner, it's Stevenson. Off target with his 3. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. That's tipped. And now the fast break. Stevenson with the ball. And the basket by Thornton.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. Well, you knew things would be different for Lance Stevenson out of Indiana, but it wasn't in a positive way at all.
Yeah, he really struggled to find a role with Charlotte, the team he signed with. Remember, he was more of the point forward, had the ball in his hands in Indiana. Not the case with Charlotte, and also rumored to be traded all last season.
Boston, no good that time either.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter.
You know, for Stevenson, he saw a regression in almost every part of his game last year. Ended up riding the bench down the stretch.
Now here's Brown. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out. And for Stevenson, it's really hard to readjust to a new system. I mean, he still has all the tools he had in Indy, so he could be a bounce-back candidate this year and beyond.
Dishes it to Smart. Shot to end this cold run. Fresh pulls it in.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory.
And you're right there, Clark, because anything less than lockdown defense on him is going to result in a triple.
Here's Hunter. It's deflected. And they're pushing it up. Here's Simmons. And so the first quarter is in the books. The home team, they're up by 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
They've got Cowboy. Prodigy is out there with Fresh. Then there's Tyreek Evans. Picked by Zeller. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Floats one. Olynyk. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 3 assists tonight. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Boston, they've got Smart. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Zeller. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Thomas in at the 1. Count the bucket. Boston took a lot of steps forward last season with their coach, Brad Stevens. Still, though, their defense was near the middle of the road. That will need some tweaking.
Yeah, and you could say that seemed to be the limiting factor, Kevin, in how far they eventually went. Strange, given how several years ago they were an offensive juggernaut.
Here's Cowboy following the bucket by the Celtics. From deep three-point range, but they recover it. No luck.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Al Horford is checked in for Zeller, and it's Johnson in for Olynyk. Now here's Smart, looking for his first basket still in this one. There's a screen. Johnson dishes to Smart. Second chance shot, and Johnson with the lay-in good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
The Celtics making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Here's Cowboy to the middle. Here's Simmons. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now here's Thomas. 20 points for him last game against Indiana. Kicks it out to Bradley. There's the three. The shot is off. Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Thornton passes to Simmons and taken away by Johnson. Moving it up. Finished off the break. Crowder's got his second basket.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Fresh. From deep, Thornton. Al Horford with the rebound. And now it's Bradley running. He can go all the way. And he gets it to go. Bradley's got his first basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Fresh misses the three. And he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. They get it back. Thomas, no luck.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, you know, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Johnson. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And that one's good. Hunter.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And Garcia kicks to Novak. He feeds it to Outlaw. And it's Travis Outlaw with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Here's Hunter. Horford sets a screen for Brown. Picked by Horford. Clock at 6. Brown, good.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Garcia dishes to Nova. No good. Good D by Johnson.
And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out, but for Boston, they have to be very pleased with Brad Stevens.
Boston making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Horford. And Kelly Olynyk subbed in for Amir Johnson. Here's Zeller. Banked in off the glass. And now it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Novak misses.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
On defense, the Celtics. Following the miss by Avery Bradley. Olynyk with the steal. 36 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Hunter. Boston again missing. Gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. He had a nice open look right there. 17 seconds left now here in the second. Now here's Brown. Not a lot of room. Picked by Zeller. He hits Brown with the drive, and Fabik sends it back. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Celtics ball. With 1 on the clock, what a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Celtics lead by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and it's the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Boston. They are leading by 4. Kenny, let's go to you. Your opinion on their... And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
And now. The start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Just absolute domination in this one for Johnson. He has 9 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
We've got Lance Stevenson. Thornton out there with Cowboy. Then there's Hasheem Thabit, and that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Celtics ball. Substitution. Simmons. No matter.
Now, here's Horford. He's guarded closely. Thomas passes to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Horford. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
We're taking a look at Avery Bradley. His career's been kind of up and down, Greg. Started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year. That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Stevenson with it. Now Thomas defending. Stevenson against Thomas. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting, injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
Now here's Stevenson following the miss by Al Horford. Moreland kicks to Novak. Thomas against Stevenson. Count that one. Stevenson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Now a timeout called by Boston. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Johnson. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
No good off the front iron. Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Thornton dishes to Moreland. Kicks it out to Stevenson. And he hits it to tie the game up. Stevenson's got 7.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
The pass to Horford. He kicks it to Bradley. It's stolen. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Simmons. Here's Moreland. Novak outside. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some on-the-fly coaching right there from their leader.
And that's what you got to do. Never be afraid to remind someone what their role is. And they're a lot better off because of how vocal he is.
Smart's checked in for Boston. Nice ball movement by Boston. Fires the 3. Boston again missing. Gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And it's Evans in the corner. The dish now to Moreland. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Moreland's got 4 this quarter.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Horford with the screen on Evans. Thomas passes to Horford. Will it go? It's rebounded by Moreland. Moreland's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Thornton kicks to Moreland. Over to the left wing. To the left side wing. Here's Fresh. Cans it from short range. Fresh has got 7 points in the game.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 11. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big three out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Zeller, he's checked in for Horford. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Amir Johnson. And Hunter subbed in for Thomas. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
A little showboating at the end of that one. When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion. His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
9 feet out, and he connects with the jumper. Cowboys got his first 2 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Good. Smart's got his first 2 points of the night.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Baker passes to Moreland.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Outside Thomas. Pick by Zeller. Got it up. And no good trying to get that one. And we wrap up the 3rd and looking to be an exciting 4th quarter. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. A smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Isaiah Thomas out there was Smart. Then it's Zeller. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. Now, here's Thomas. Down low. Here's Zeller. Count that one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Johnson, he's checked in for Boston. Avery Bradley comes in for Marcus Smart. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
And here is Brown following the 3 from Tyreek Evans. Thomas a screen. Brown outside. Sinks the triple. And the Celtics lead by 2.
The 3-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they've really done a good job of creating good looks from the outside, and now they've really got it going.
Now Bradley following Tyreek Evans' 3-point attempt. And here they come. Here's Moreland. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
To the paint. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist by Thomas. And it's 6 points for Tyler Zeller.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston. Seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
Some changes for Boston. Horford comes in for Tyler Zeller. And it's Crowder in for Brown. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Here's Crowder. That one a little long. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Evans against Bradley. And a wide open look for Thornton. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Pass to Bradley. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead. And that's Evans penetrating.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And the shot's good from Crowder. Gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Boston. Last season was possibly the best of Tyreke Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you could say it was probably the healthiest season he's had since he was a rookie. And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game. Though, guys, those could be really important points.
You know, back to Tyreke Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assists, rebounds, really did a lot of good things. The only bad news, he was also up in turnovers.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's the screen. Johnson the screen. Thomas dishes to Johnson. Here's Crowder. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Crowder's got 10 points in just the second half.
And talking about Tyreke Evans, you really hope he can build on what he did last year. He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. Time for him to just step up here in the prime of his career.
Now Bradley following the three-point attempt by Lance Stevenson. And it's Bradley off the drive. And that one's good. Crowder's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Crowder pulls it in. Here's Boston now. They're on a 14-6 run. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Horford. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Celtics lead by 9.
You know, with all the shots they've knocked down here in the second half, their field goal percentage has crossed the 50% mark.
Yeah, and any team will take that. Excellent in terms of their efficiency.
Here's the beat. The 9-foot shot. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Bradley. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Great open look there.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Celtics leading by 6. Thomas. They set the pick. Picked by Horford. And Thomas, here we go. And the shot falls short this time.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Pass to Baker. Launches it. And Boston with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside Thomas. The feed now to Bradley. No one near him. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. And that's now 7 points for Avery Bradley. Stevenson left side. Crowder with the steal. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Celtics.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back, Clark, at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Kevin, they clearly won the second chance points category, and possession after possession, we watched them go after the loose balls and the misses and turn them into makes.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
Al Horford with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Thomas kicks to Horford. Now here's Crowder. He's guarded by Stevenson. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul.
That's his third personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Brown kicks to Hunter. He dishes it to Smart.
That's his first personal foul.
Gets the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
A slight hiccup at the line, but he did what he needed to finish this game off.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Al, plenty of battling out there tonight. At what point did the team start to really respond in terms of trying to stay on top of the momentum in this game?
It all started the second half. We didn't do a good job the first half. We let them hang around. But, at least we reacted better the second half. This is one of those games that we just have to, will our way to win this.
You toughed it out, Al. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our entire 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
If I didn't get it, I will play you on my team. Okay? I'm going to end this video right now.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
He was doing some serious battling with the bigs down low. He's not afraid to go hard to the rack wherever he had the chance. He doesn't care about their size. He's going in there, and he's going in there often. I think he caught him.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith,